When it comes down to COD Zombies, it's pretty much my favorite zombies experience when it comes down to games. Some would say Left 4 Dead is the best zombie experience, some people would say Dead Rising is the best zombie experience, but I don't know what it really is about COD Zombies, but there's something that keeps bringing me back each and every time. Like, it kinda sucks to see its current state right now, but I'm glad that Black Ops 6 seems to be a slow return to form for the mode. Now, there is some debate in the zombies community over what killed the mode. I mean, some people would say Black Ops 3 for setting high expectations, and also sort of confusing the storyline a little bit. Some people would argue that Cold War did it, mainly because of the lazy map design, as well as reusing multiple assets from things like Warzone. But for me, I feel like Black Ops 4 is the reason why Zombies is in its current state, and also why Black Ops 6 is trying to win Zombies the fuck back. But before I begin, I just want to say, don't fix what isn't broken.
I do kind of like people on their knees before me.
Black Ops 4 was pretty much their most ambitious title yet, and by ambitious, I mean experimental. I mean, hell, even if you play things like the multiplayer or Blackout, or mostly Zombies where I noticed it, you'll notice how experimental the game really was. But it was just unnecessary because Zombies' formula was already simplistic, and people loved the fact that it was simplistic. Like, I don't really think things like perks or, you know, points or health really needed to be changed in any way. But they did it anyway. Yep, they basically made it so that you had loadout perks, so you basically had to choose the perks you loaded into the game that you were already going to get with. And what's funny about this is they brought in a bunch of new random perks that like no one had ever really asked for. Bro, we did not want Winter's Wail or Victorious Tortoise or Blood Wolf Bite. We wanted Speed Cola or Double Tap. Which is funny because after introducing all these new perks, we didn't even get a single new one added to DLC. They just plopped in a bunch of random perks that no one really asked for and was just like, deal with it. And if you got all four, then it would produce like some kind of effect like reloading faster or a little bit of a damage boost. But like, why? Just have Speed Cola and Double Tap. Like, I would rather just spend 3,000 points getting something that could help me reload faster than having to get all four of my perks just to reload faster. Like, it's okay to be experimental in some way, shape, or form, because sometimes it could actually help, but other times it doesn't, and this was one of the times that it didn't help. What also didn't help was two fucking storylines.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
So you know when I said that Treyarch wanted to be ambitious and experimental with Black Ops 4 Zombies? Well, here's one part of that experimental ambition, and it's not... Look, it's terrible. It's not quite slop. It's not schlop. It's not like Mr. Beast content levels of bad, but I mean... Ah, dear lord. No, but in all seriousness, for some reason, Treyarch thought it'd be a great idea to have not one storyline going on, but two storylines going on. Whoa! So you had the Ether storyline, which was already well established and a lot more people loved, let's all be honest. And then you had the Chaos storyline, which is a brand new kid in town, and no one really liked him because he smelled funny. Now, this is not me trying to be a video essayist with a hyperfixation on a comic book character, because those guys hate everything, trust me. But Chaos never really had a chance against Ether. In fact, none of them had a chance against one another, because they both prevented the other from growing. Both storylines kind of took one away from the other. Like, if you were already invested in the Ether storyline, then you couldn't really get that much invested into the Chaos storyline. And if you were invested in the Chaos storyline, you couldn't really get invested into the Ether storyline. They should have just waited for Ether to end and then do the Chaos storyline to kind of avoid that weird little few years where Chaos was just left on a cliffhanger. Again, they should have just waited, and if they had waited, then it easily would have avoided a whole lot more heat. Not as much heat as what they got when Ether ended, but let's save the short tidbit for the writing portion of this video for later, because originally I was gonna make it my own video. Originally I was gonna make a video talking about the writing of Black Ops 4 Zombies and how it's not that good, but then I realized it might take up a lot of time I probably won't have. So instead I just decided to try and shorten it as best as I could into this video. But before that, key reminder that Black Ops 4 is the reason why a lot of things in modern zombies are the way that they are.
I own you.
To keep it simple, changing the perk system literally every title, check. Armor, check. Okay, look, I'll cut armor some slack. At least that's when you do an ultimate. However, you can't really say it didn't influence other COD Zombies titles to do the same thing with armor, but as an actual mainstay and base feature. Oh, and the ability to literally start off any match with something that is not a pistol, check. A lot of core features that people are mad at that have things to do with modern zombies are pretty much all from Black Ops 4, so thank you. Or at least they were inspired in some way by Black Ops 4. Now, I was going to mention the fact that they basically decided to reuse a lot of maps, or, well, quote, reimagined maps, and just call them new maps, but that's more due to time constraints than something that Treyarch would actually willingly do, so I'm not going to include it here because you can't really blame people for time constraints. And the worst part about Black Ops 4 is mainly the writing, or at least in my opinion, it's the writing, and how it affected zombies afterwards, it's not very good. Wait, what? Wait, what the f? Ugh, damn it, blue screen. I thought you were already patched already. Fuck it, he's been gone. Now, about that writing. Ignoring the maps and them being just reused maps that honestly should have just been Chronicles maps instead, the writing itself is just not that good. It's just pretty much
from weird
just
and
them
unnecessary
struggling.
retcons like the Shadow Man being responsible for making Alcatraz, and Alcatraz only existing to hold in Richtofen so they can get his blood and then use it to fucking wreak havoc,
to the Warden of Alcatraz basically being like a huge glazer of the Shadow Man and worshipping him more than a Kendrick Lamar fan does to any song Kendrick makes. Characters like Peter McCain coming back, as well as the weird things with the mannequins basically being robots. Oh, and then also Pablo Marinus coming back. Like, congratulations, guys. What? Y'all are like the class of like 2055 or some shit. Like, congratulations, Peter and Pablo. And then the ending to the story that started it. I want you to take a guess how this big grandiose story ends. With a big war battle that would fit the ending to the storyline, and it resolves the characters' arcs forever, and, you know, they get to ride off into the sunset, or fuck it, let's just kill them off. Now, I know that one guy is going to be in the comment section talking about how the ending is supposed to be disappointing and how it's supposed to be shocking that there is no giant final battle, that we're not going to get that great war map that we were promised. All because it would feel like a rehash of the last game and feel like basically Temu Revelations. Like, I'm sorry, but a bad but clear intent ending does not make it like any better. Like, if anything, it kind of makes it worse, because why would you want to end your story on a bad note?
The ending basically feels like Nikolai giving up, which is very contradictory to the themes that were in 2 and 3.
The whole ending itself is very rushed and also just very sloppily put together, along with the fact that this ending is just completely thrown out of the way. And this isn't me trying to be like the biggest Kendrick fan of Ether, but I feel like when the Ether storyline ended, so did Zombies' passion as a mode. From Cold War up to this point, the mode hasn't really been looking good. It's basically just become multiplayer or Warzone, but with zombies thrown in, and there's not really much uniqueness at all. Black Ops 6 seems to be actually fixing some of these issues with modern zombies. I feel like Terminus and Liberty Falls have reignited some passion in the community and the developers that have been missing for quite a while.
And by the time you've already watched this video, the new map basically just dropped, so yeah, let us know if it's good or if it's okay or if it's dog shit.
Right now is make it or break it for zombies, and right now it seems to be making it, and let's just hope that it stays that way. Otherwise we're gonna get more shit like Modern Warfare 3 zombies. Let's just forget this existed, and let's just try and forget that Black Ops 4 existed, okay? All we could hope for is that Black Ops 6 turns out to be very good in terms of the zombies experience, and right now, people are saying that it's a pretty good zombies experience. Let's just hope that Treyarch actually manages to cook with the zombies experience. Zombies right now need something to make it feel special, and Black Ops 6 is currently doing that, because quite frankly, I don't think anyone wants another MW3 zombies, or even worse, another Black Ops 4 zombies. I just want to say thank you to anyone that actually stuck around, and also for this video. If you liked it, make sure to like and subscribe, and also I'll put a poll in the community tab,
or any other shitpost that I make.